Well, happy Halloween. Yeah. See that? That's not my cigar smoke. It's like 37, 38 degrees right now. It's finally done misting. There was a few snowflakes in the air. Supposed to get more snow overnight because it's going to be even colder tomorrow and tomorrow morning. But it is 20 to 11. I told Barb, figure on 11:30 and we'll do something. I dumped an inch of rain out of the rain gauge. Yeah. So that 12 acres behind my house, which is always, for whatever reason, one of the best, in my opinion, pieces of ground in the freaking United States. I don't know why. It's the only one I got that's that great, but yields like a bastard. We're going to start on that one. So we'll try to get the wet bin full today and tonight into tomorrow morning like this. It's supposed to be rainy, and like I said, we could actually have a inch or so of snow. Yippee! Yeah. And they show good Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They did originally show Sunday also, but now that looks like shit. So we will get back to finishing our beans and at least starting on the 80-acre custom job I got to do. It'd be nice to finish it, but yeah, it's that time of year. It sucks. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, Mother Nature does what she wants to do. But so we will take you along today for mudding some corn in, because you know tomorrow's the 1st of November and we live in the Northeast, so there is no waiting. This corn's probably picked up a little moisture, but from the rain. But we're gonna, we've been drying corn that's basically between 22 and 25%, so we'll just keep doing it. If it's 26%, we're gonna have to do it, but because we gotta get done, unfortunately. Of course, everything is a sloppy, shitty mess now. I just got that uncovered. That's why the shovel's here. Try and clean that up every night. So yesterday, which was Monday, I loaded a tractor trailer load of corn out because I got to start getting room. And Barb and I cleaned up all around on the bottom of the dryer here on the cement. I climbed up the top. I'll get over here. Skyler, the ex-friend who's a boy, has done it a couple of times on weekends when he's been around, but yeah, it's probably not as good a job as he does, but it's clean enough. I used to do it every morning. Yep, every morning. I got to the point, the older I get, the fatter I get, and the less flexible I get. I don't do it every morning anymore, but it's nice to have the screens clean so that, for airflow and the steam and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, there comes a point in your life when you don't do things that you did all the time 20, 30 years ago. But it's pretty clean, so hopefully he comes out next weekend, because he lives near Buffalo now. But yeah, so here shortly I will pull everything out, let it sit for a little bit and warm up, because yeah, it's chilly. And then we will get going. The sky is actually starting to clear up a little. Will we see the sun? I highly doubt it. But again, it'll be what it'll be. So yeah, I'm not going to turn the lights on, but I also greased this thing yesterday and greased all the underneath the head there, the whatever there is, half a dozen grease fittings. Yeah, I was pretty sore by last night, because this has less grease fittings on it than my John Deere. And the John Deere had some that were a son of a bitch to get to also, but so does this. They do make, ones where there's grease tubes, and they try and put them in spots where you guess you don't have to actually go climb up to the pulley that's way up in or something. They need to make things come way down and make a grease bank low. You know, the average age of farmers in the United States is like 57. Yeah, there's younger ones, but some of us don't have younger ones around, and it's getting harder and harder to climb all around on these things. So, did it need a complete greasing? No, but I did the 10 hours, the 50s, the 100s, the 200s. You know, I just gave the ones that really did need it a couple little pops of grease, but a rainy day is a good day to do all that shit rather than, oh, geez, I got to do these and it's sunshine and it's beautiful and we should be going. So, but, and yes, my 50-hour grease fittings that are supposed to be 10, I now make sure I grease it 10 hours. So, yeah. All right, so we are obviously, as you can see, opening up the piece behind my house. John was just here and took the recorder. He said it did work because they could see that I had pushed the button a few times. This corn is, surprisingly, it's running in the 21s and 22s. A little higher on the other side where there's kind of a hedgerow where the old pasture lot was. But it's yielding great. There's spots I've had it hitting in the 260s, 270s. Now granted, that's not true. There it goes, 258. It's going to be a little less than that, because these computers are set up for a bushel of corn being 56 pounds, and obviously with test weight being between 51 and 53, you got to knock a little off on that, but it's still well over 200 bushel of corn. And I'm surprised after just dumping an inch of rain that it's still fairly dry. I mean, it should be getting drier as the year goes on, but unfortunately we keep getting wet now, so. But I'll take it. I mean, we need the extra bushels, grain tank 3/4 full, to make up for the lower test weight. Eating my lunch, for inquiring minds, Cheetos and tuna fish sandwich. John was just here, took the recorder out. Now I got my storage spaces back again. He said I did apparently do it right because it registered wherever it was sending the recordings to that I had pushed the button. So they're going to analyze it. Like I said, knock on wood, haven't had any problems hardly at all, but I've had, you know, still a few gremlins. The pre-sieve especially, I don't know what it is about that. Holy shit, the sun is shining. You see that stuff? Do you see that? Oh my god, if I could find it, I'd show it to you in the sky, but holy shit, we haven't seen that in like 3 or 4 days at least. Amazing sunshine. And this is the second time around. The yield still bouncing around 220s to 240s. Yeah, a little wetter, but we're drying it. I don't care, because tomorrow is November and the weather's going to get worse before it gets better. So I just gave the wife a good laugh. I told her I'm mixing it up a little. I'm going to go down through here, then back up over there, and probably have to dump because it's just down and back is over 3/4. But I got about 20 yards down in and realized, hey, I'm off a row. So I had to back up. She's like, I should be filming right now. But we're in the 250s right there, 254, 255, a little over 21%, 22%. Right now the field's averaging 232. So that will go up because the headlands are now off. Now obviously, at 232 is probably closer to 220, between 220 and 225 right now due to the lower test weight, but hey, I'll still take that every day of the week. Those are some pretty impressive looking ears on that corn right there. And it don't take long to be filling that bad boy up. So I'll take it. That's why we have to start moving corn to make room. Holy shit, do you see it? Brightness? Of course, you probably also see all the dark clouds still out there, but yeah. But we actually have some sun shining. I always like doing this field when we're
we're doing corn, because it's kind of cool to look over there and see the steam coming up out of the dryer. The hardest part finishing this year, if it stays like this, is there will be no more driving trucks in fields. That's for damn sure. So down to Meridian's not so bad. We got that one driveway. But yeah, she's going to be hauling a little bit of distance to hard areas, we'll say, to be able to park trucks if we keep getting the rain that they're calling for. We're up to a 235 bushel average now, so still well into the 220s. I will take it. I'm being like Nelson right now. I'm rambling because I go from one end of the field to the other and I dump. We're not in a huge hurry. We don't have to dump on the go because, well, we're right there. And we'll bury John pretty much. I mean, he'll be able to keep up somewhat because he's right there. He doesn't have to move the trucks but 100 yards to park them. But the one nice thing about this field, about 2/3 of it was that Pivot Bio corn that I had, the 98-day corn. And now I'm into, and you can tell the difference if you actually pay attention in the video. This is a DeKalb 4727, so 97-day corn. I had to switch to because I ran out of the Pivot Bio. And it's drier. It's running in the high 19s, low 20s. So I think that Pivot Bio with the extra nitrogen does hold the moisture up a little. But I've only got 2 more fields of that, about 30 acres roughly, and then we'll be into the last 100, I don't even know where we are, 140, 50 acres of corn that's left will be non-Pivot Bio. So there's 120 something down to Meridian there. So at least I know when I get to that, my propane bill will be a little bit less. I don't think we're going to see, you know, 17, 18% corn. Like I've said before, we don't generally see corn in the teens unless we're into a kind of a drought year, which, I mean, we were dry, but we weren't droughty like 16 and 20 was. Last 8 rows in this field. I'm sad because it's one of the best damn fields that I farm, right behind my house too, so I get to look at it all summer long. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. It's just this one, let's see, I call it a 12-acre field. What do we got here? Well, 12.3 right now, and I'm finishing up, so just over 12. I don't know why. It's just a phenomenal field. The dirt's really no different than in, you know, the dirt right over there in the next field, but this field has always been phenomenal. I don't know if it's because, you know, for a lot of years when we had the cows, I'd rotate this in and out of hay, and, you know, being right next to the barn, got a lot of cow shit. I don't know. It's a damn good field. Alright, so we were headed back to that field on the other side of that hedgerow. So you're probably thinking, well, why are you going across this field that you did 1 or 2 videos ago? Well, that field there's, you know, my ditch line that goes along. I always have soil and water come and mow all my ditch lines in the fall with their arm mower. Yeah, I forgot that they got to get on both sides of this ditch. So basically, I'm going to cross the culvert pipe down here where the county snowmobile trail crosses, and just get 2 passes on the other side of that ditch done, because then I'm going back to that other field. I mean, yes, I could come and just do this field, but I'm not. So I got to get this done so that they can come and mow. And they obviously need room on both sides to be able to do it. So now I got to put you down, because with all the weeds growing up, I got to figure out where the hell the culvert pipe is so I cross in the right spot. I think it's over here. I really don't want to end up in the ditch. That would suck. And that's not always ideal when you have a tree that fell over into your field. Luckily it's on the corner where the corn ain't worth the shit anyhow, but yeah, now we're gonna be mopping down a little corn here to get ourselves turned around. Oh yeah, got a little free bird going on. Getting this little project done with. Good corn too. Tomorrow, I won't make your ears suffer. But now they can mow this ditch line on both sides. Yep, another fuck you screw tube. Look at the absolute mess Barb has made of that tractor. I am showing them the mess you have made of that tractor. She just threw her hands in the air. I mean, look at that.
I was just driving it.
That's disgusting. I think they all want to see you washing it and me filming you washing it.
It needs to be washed before I use it again. It's very dirty.
Alright. I don't know how well you can tell, but both the eyes on the wet bin are yellow. They've flipped. So it's full. And I think it's really full. Because the second one, the top one, flipped. Well, John still had a decent amount on the truck, but we got it in. It's almost 5:30. We're done for the day. So it's a combination of corn still, you know, hanging in that 22 to 24% range. And we're talking corn that was planted the 10th, 11th, 12th of May. But that's the year we had. And a lot of people are, you know, saying that the Canadian smoke contributed to it. So I still love you Canadians, don't worry, but tell Trudeau to keep his fucking smoke. You know, climate change, let's burn shit down so we can push our agenda. Yeah, oh my god. But anyways, and it's yielding phenomenal, so that's a good thing, but makes for short days. And now we sit and see what tonight brings. We're supposed to actually finally get our first frost. Tomorrow's November 1st. We're going to get our first frost. Like 2 to 3 weeks past when we normally would get it. Which would be nice, because then hopefully the outsides of the fields will start drying down some. But they also say there's a chance when we get up in the morning there could be a couple inches of snow on the ground. Yeah. And a chance of a wintry mix. And so who knows what time we'll start tomorrow. We left that pig pen outside and just tarped it and put the auger up to keep water out of it, snow out of it. Barb did go over and wash all the windows and doors and stuff off because got to the point she couldn't see. Yeah, this thing is just a disaster. Well, you can see where I crossed the road there. I unhooked the bucket tractor and I scraped down the road there where she was coming out of the pathway and going over to dump trucks. I think tomorrow we're going to park trucks on the other road. We're gonna make a mess in some places on road. I mean, it's gonna happen. You know, look at the mud caked on tires and stuff. So, sorry for those who move out here to the country and then get pissed off at us farmers because we make the road muddy. You know, it'll eventually rain or we'll try to clean it up like I just did, but, you know, it's just, yeah, now you know why I bought another one with tracks on it. It's just, ugh. But test weight has gone up a little, so compared to a few weeks ago. Now, I was just making this corn going through right now 53 to 54 pounds for you non-farmers. That's nothing to get excited about unless it's a year like this. Then we're excited because it's better than the 50 to 52 pound corn that we were having. A bushel of corn is supposed to weigh 56 pounds. They don't dock you until under 54. So, but my first 2 loads that went out, I got docked on. Hopefully it makes no sense. I mean, once we get a frost, that's completely it. There will be no gaining still. Makes no sense that it's still gaining a little, but I don't know. I'm so confused right now.
I'm not used to this, you know. I want to be going still, but actually the A.N. Martin was here yesterday when I was loading the tractor trailer, and I told him we need to talk about investing in a bigger wet bin, because he even said, he goes, yeah, guys with the bigger wet bins are glad this year, because it's not just me. There's low test weight and high moisture corn all over. I think I told you in the last video that my channel seed rep and I were talking the other night on the phone when I was in the computer shack there, and there's guys that have got 28 to 30% corn still. Ew. That's a rough propane bill right there. So, all right, I'm gonna end this video. So, oh, and here's your one more thing. I told you earlier that John was here and picked up the recorder. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I did do it right, because he said that it showed wherever it was sending it to, showed that I had pushed the recorder and it was recording. So, and for you haters that'll come on and bitch about the road, and you know, us farmers are just a bunch of fucking idiots and all this, whatever, you know. I saw a thing on Instagram. This guy from Cuba who now lives here came here, you know, the right way, and these college kids were put up this table, some city, I don't know what big city, put up this table and had this sign about, you know, pro-communism, and their little pamphlets, and, you know, basically trying to brainwash other completely fucktard, retarded college kids into believing that communism was good. Well, like I said, this dude came from Cuba, and the one girl that was doing this came from China. Okay, she came from China, spoke perfect English, but she came here from China. Yeah. He goes, isn't China communist? And she didn't know whether to shit, wind her watch, or wipe her ass. I mean, it just, the stupidity of these young people. So this is for you young people that watch. Don't listen to the bullshit that is fed to you in college. And don't listen to your fellow college students who do fall for this bullshit. You know what? These people that think communism is great, then move to fucking Cuba for 2 years and then come back and tell us how great it is. Yeah, and these are the same kids that are walking around with $200 fucking Nikes on, you know, that are being made by slave labor in China, and carrying around their $1,000 iPhones and all that. You know, capitalism? Yeah. Yeah, but they want communism and socialism and all this. Fuck you.